Today is November 17th, Sunday, and our house is full of volunteers from the Great Plains Humane Society.
No, SPCA.
SPCA in Merriam, Kansas, in Kansas City. And these wonderful people have brought food, and we've had a cookout, and they've socialized the dogs, and Jamie is going to tell you why they're here.
We are here because we thank SCARS so much from the bottom of our hearts. Maureen has done fabulous things for some of our dogs that haven't handled the shelter environment and the stress so well. She's taken, I can't even count, probably now on 2 hands, she's taken more than I have fingers of dogs that she has adopted almost every single one of them out. Maureen is a wonderful asset. I talk to all of my new volunteers when I train them at Great Plains SPCA about SCARS and about Maureen. And finally,
Terry.
And Terry, and of course Terry. Terry's the brains behind the operation. Sorry, Maureen. And he's a great
Financial.
Yeah, financial brains behind the whole thing. And so this is our first trip up to give thanks back to Maureen. We all came up today to help with her dogs. She's helped so many of our dogs, and we love it. And also, so you know, that it's not even freezing degrees, it's below freezing, and we still brave the elements. Oh, stop now. Elvis. Nobody's going to get you any more attention. Well, maybe now. So we love SCARS and we love Maureen. Anything anybody can do to help would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, this is Blue. He was brought to me tonight from a woman in Sedan, Kansas. She drove 3 hours, and because the man was going to shoot him, and she says he has shot a lot of dogs and the sheriff does not care. She put him in the truck and my car, and he immediately started pooping blood. So I was terrified of his parvo. I've just gotten back from the emergency clinic. I took him in and had a parvo test done, and thank God it was negative. She said, the vet said he's dehydrated, and she suspects roundworms and hookworms, and he's slightly anemic. So we're putting him to bed, and I will get him to a regular vet tomorrow because the emergency vet's so expensive. This is our meet and greet area. It's just been a lifesaver. First of all, we had Mama and her puppies that we've had in here for, I don't know, at least a month. And I'm going to bring her out in a minute and introduce her to you. She has 2 puppies left. They've both been spoken for. And until last night when we rescued the Blue Heeler pup, this is where Powder was living. This is her wardrobe here. And here is Powder. Powder! She's a purebred Samoyed. She's the one that I think I emailed Bob about. She is getting adopted tomorrow. She has a trip to Denver. A nice family in Denver is adopting her, and some friends of mine are going back in the morning, and they're giving her a ride all the way. A text message about helping Powder, I knew from the pictures that we had to act very fast. The upshot was she was encased in 10 pounds of this hair, which is just like a rock. The vet said that it took several years to get that bad. She was found wandering in a parking lot, and no one would help her, no one would feed her. So the bus driver up in Shawnee Heights School District texted me a picture of her and said that animal control had come out. If they took her to our pound, she would be put to sleep because they couldn't afford the medical bills. So we went over and worked on her. That was a Friday night, all weekend. Got a lot of mats off of her. Monday she went to the vet and they anesthetized her and shaved her. It took a couple of hours, and it was estimated that the hair weighed 10 pounds. She had an infected neck from what was probably a chain. She had a mast cell tumor on her elbow, and she had a blood-filled tumor on her neck. We had the surgery for that. That was all removed, and she had some infected teeth. She had to have a deep cleaning on her teeth and an extraction. Come here, Powder. She's very shy. It's very, very, very sweet. Aren't you, Powder? See, this is my Christmas peppermint collar that I'm wearing to Denver to meet my new family. Okay, this is Mama and the remaining 2 puppies. 3 of them left yesterday. Mama belonged to a hoarder. She has had 3 litters of 12 in less than a year and a half. She's not quite 2 years old. We're anxious to get all of her puppies taken care of so we can get her spayed and she can live kind of a normal life. As you can see, they're very fat and healthy. Yes, they are. Dad is a purebred lab. Mom is probably a boxer pit mix. Brindle. Yes. All right. I think that's about all I wanted to tell you.
Hi, Bob, Ed, and Glenn. We've been waiting for nice weather to take the video, and it's never happens. It's so windy today, so we just decided to go ahead and introduce you to. We've got a lot of new dogs since our last video, and a lot of ones that are still here. Let's see. Honey, I can't remember if she was with us when we did our last video. She was that very starving boxer that we rescued. She's hilarious, as you can see. She has a rock in her mouth. She always has to be carrying a rock. There's Winston, of course, Bailey, Emma. Patches is the blue heeler that's barking at Raven. Patches is the one with the defect in her esophagus, and she throws up her food. We are looking into the ballooning dilation surgery at K-State and trying to decide if we can afford it. But she does have someone who's very interested in adopting her, which is really exciting. Thomas over here, he's a new dog. He was Australian, Pittsburgh, Kansas. He's got a little border collie. Really nice dog. Hasn't been adopted yet, but I think he will. Remember, his Chester. Chester was a little dog. That he had parvo, he did not. And he's been adopted by a wonderful family in Kansas City. Beautiful house, beautiful big fence yard. He's leaving on Friday. Switch the camera. This is Jenny, our video taker. She's got Pierre with her in her coat, and when she gets her new house, she's adopting Pierre. That's one of her dogs, Leo, in the background that's running by. He was born here. Surprise, surprise, when we had the dog that had 11 puppies. The second day she arrived. This is one of the Weim trainers up here. There's one of the Weims. She has a twin sister, and they are being adopted. They're going to Missouri this weekend. It is cute. And there's Freddie. Remember Freddie? Freddie, say hi. Freddie was the one that was chained to our gate a year ago, December, having been burned with acetone and half starved. He has come a long ways. He has not been adopted. He doesn't do very well away from here. We've tried a couple of different scenarios. And there's Cooper. Cooper! He's the one that was one of 4 survivors of the litter of 11 that starved to death. He is not too well adjusted.
Okay, so this is Lolly, and this is Pop, and I'm assuming they're long-haired Chihuahuas. They were basically living in haystack behind Chris McGinnis's house, and he's a history teacher over at my high school. And of course they called me and said, I can't catch these 2 little guys, but if I do, will you take them? And so we did. Of course we had to have them spayed and neutered and get their shot. Oh, stop it, Lolly. That's not nice. And surprisingly enough, I haven't had one application on them, and I would let them go separately. 10 years ago, if I had gotten small dogs like this, they would have been gone in 2-3 days. And I understand that Chihuahuas are kind of like a dime a dozen these days. So we haven't gotten them adopted, but except for you, Lolly, they're actually really cute, nice dogs. And as I mentioned outside, this is Patches, the one with esophageal stricture, and she does throw up her food. If you hand feed her certain food, she can keep it down. And so the woman that is considering her lives in Wichita, and we are discussing that at length. So, let's see. This is Sailor. He's the elderly dog that was going to be put down at the Kansas City Pet Project. And they called me and asked me if we would take him. And he is just a wonderful dog. We love him. And Honey and Jenny. And this is Chase, our three-legged dog that we've had for many years. And here is Carly. Carly, say hi. Carly's in the background. They're under the blanket. Let's see. We've got dogs everywhere, in and out. But the main thing, we've had a lot of really good adoptions lately, so I think that's exciting. So, as I was saying, Mr. Busy was found running down a country road with a tag on. The woman who picked him up said that she took him to the vet, and the vet said that his owner had passed away. So he had nowhere to go, and he is 8 years old. He has an enlarged heart. He had very infected teeth. We have had his teeth cleaned, and he is on medication, but he does shake. He's a very nice little dog, but so far, no one's been interested in him. Okay, this is Jenny Dog. We've had her now for probably 6-7 years. She's the one that has Addison's disease, and which has sabotaged her adoptions. She has to have a shot every month, and she is on prednisone every night. That Addison's disease is the cortisol deficiency that John F. Kennedy had. So you can see just a few of our bowls. She's already cleaning and washing a whole bunch of the other ones. So we wouldn't be able to survive without Lisa either. Lolly and Pop, what are you all doing up there? Lisa. Did I introduce Elvis? Elvis was going to be put to sleep in Ottawa, Kansas. He is extremely hyperactive outside. He jumps and jumps and jumps. And he has a terrible hound bark. But inside, he's a wonderful dog. And we're really hoping to find him a home. And as I say, the Weimaraners are going to Missouri this weekend. The owners live in Springfield, Missouri. They're taking both of them. So we're very excited about that. Sebastian, say hello to your friends at the National Humane Society. Can you say hi to everybody, Sebastian? Are you going to go back to sleeping? Say hi. Okay, this was his response. He's gone back to sleep. Sorry. This is Rusty. I got a picture of Rusty on the email from Holton, Kansas, and they said that he was out of time. He had been there for 2.5 months. No one wanted him because when he arrived as a stray, he was missing an eye. The vet had to go ahead and operate on his eye, and he is now finished with his surgery. He had to be neutered. He had to be cured of hookworms. He is very, very playful, and he's a nice guy. Here, Rusty, see? Let him see your eye. Let him see your eye. Or somebody said we should name him Rooster Cogburn. Lisa is my neighbor who lives down the street at Road, and she's does the dishes and a variety of other things. It's her humanitarian work. So this is just kind of a quick shot of what's going on here. I think we have approximately, at this moment, 54 dogs, but some really good pending adoptions. We've had some high vet bills from various problems that the dogs have had. As I try to explain to people, when you're in rescue and you accept a dog, you don't know what they're going to have. You don't know what problems, and by the time you find out, you know you're attached to them and you think that they're salvageable and you can find them a home, and so you want to take care of the medical problems, of course. We would not continue to be able to do what we do without the National Humane Society, and so thank you, Bob and Ed and Glenn, for your continued help and support. We love you guys.